record that like that. It's kind of funky recording. Ah, there we go. Now, gotta be able to see my chat here. Gotta get this thing right, man. It's been acting a little goofy, so apologize with the stall out here. We're gonna get it cracking though. Let's see here. Trying to see my chat here. Trying to wait for this to load up here. It's a little bit laggy right now. It's a little laggy. That way I can make sure I see the chat action. Dangerous Arm live stream. Be live right now. I just can't see over here my my computer. I'm trying to get it to where I can see so I can, chat at you. Sorry about that. This damn thing, man. This old laptop thing here. Okay, I know it says we're live right now. Here we go. Let's go to the control room here. So I'm just laser focused on trying to get this damn chat room up so I can see what the heck's going on here. I can't see nothing right now. Okay, here we go. It says we're looking good on our stream. Health is good. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Come on. Apologize, guys. Okay, I'm in the control room, but yeah, just trying to make sure. Oh, there we go. See the chat down here, and let me type something in. A little test. Alright guys, so welcome again. Finally made it back. Dangerous Arm. I can't see what the hell it's doing over here yet, but we're just going to work with it, guys. So anyway, welcome again. I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Did you guys have a chance to check out that Craps Gold? With the dice, where you're adjusting the dice. You're reading your dice, you're throwing the first time, figuring out what your 7 is, starting off with, I don't know, I start off with a standard set. Hey, okay, it did come up there, let's see. Looks like I got a super lag on it. Let's see it on my phone. I'm shooting at 9 foot out. Shooting at 9 foot out, that's where I typically shoot, from 9 foot out loss. Okay, it's going to drive me bonkers not being able to see you guys typing at me here. Shit. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me see the chat. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yo, okay. Shooting 9 foot out. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So yeah, shooting at 9 foot out. Carlos, hey. Alright, getting a little bit slow start, but we got the computer rocking. I can see the chat now. This is good. Rasta, hey buddy. Ah, good deal. Oh, you're working? Hey, you know, we appreciate that. Solid effort showing up. Thanks for showing up. Um, Now, see, you know, that Craps Gold I released, guys, that right there, I just wanted to, you know, talk to you about that, see what you thought about that, see if you really realize the depth and the enormity of that. I mean, because we're talking about, hey, hello, D-Yodes. Hey, good evening to you as well. Hello, welcome. Just getting started. Now, you know, when I start off with a 5454, okay? I start off with that dice set with the with this. I'm calling it Craps Gold, and the reason, you know, I'm calling it Craps Gold is because I truly think that this is a true gold mine for any craps player that's serious about making money. I mean, dead serious about making money, and I'm not talking about these fluff stuff on the internet, you know, where they're selling you, you know, this and that, and you can shoot this way and all that. That's great and all that, but you know, we're not trying to sell you anything here. You know, we want to help you to get better. And I've never, you know, the most I purchased was I bought the book from Dominator. I'll show you guys right here. I'll show you what I bought. And this is what got me started. I'm going to tie this all in. This is what got me started. Right here. And no, I do not get paid by Golden Touch Craps or anything like that. No Scobletti. These guys aren't paying me. I'm just showing you guys because this is the real deal. Where I started. Right here. Golden Touch Dice Control Revolution. That's where I started. Not everything I know is in this book, though. I'm just telling you, that's where I started. Frank Scobletti and the Dominator. I know some people hate on him. I don't. But it was a good, it's just good because this book has all kinds of shit in it, man. I mean, all kinds of stuff. You know, it's going to show you, you know, Dominator using his grip and that kind of thing. And see that grip? My grip's different. See, mine goes all the way down. You know, his goes halfway down. It's just little shit like that, little stuff. I wanted to show you this because this is where I started. And this is another picture of his grip right there. You can see the front finger grip. So for you guys that are new out there, Golden Touch Dice Control Revolution, I'm just putting it out there. Just showing you where I started. That's the only reason I'm showing you. Then after I finished that one, I moved on to Cutting Edge Craps. Advanced Strategies for Serious Players. So, and it's pretty good by Frank Scobletti as well. I'm not getting paid by them or anything like that. I'm just letting you know where I started to get into this. See, the things you're seeing now from Dangerous Arm, what I'm putting out, you know, it's not in the books. You know, this stuff isn't in the books. And, you know, Bone Thrower, he was the first one that I remember, you know, after I'd read the books and things, I was, you know, really, you know, on the dice control. I was really geeked up and, you know, hopped up and everything, excited about it. But there was no one on the internet, you know, putting anything out, you know, and it was always, hey, you go to YouTube and you might find someone, but they want you to pay for some shit. So they want to suck you in, lull you into, oh, well, we're going to act like we're going to show you some shit, but we're really not. We're going to give you these little nuggets and these little crumbs, you know, tiddlywinks, you know, so you can pay for the system that might work for you. Well, here's my thing. Fuck them systems, man. I'm fired up. Fuck that bullshit. We're not concerned with no systems here at Dangerous Arm. Okay? This Craps Gold I put out, that video right there should get thousands and thousands of views, but it won't. And that's okay. It won't. It's okay. I've seen other people. I won't mention the names. Okay, I've seen them on the internet. They don't have anywhere near the sub base of, we'll say, Bone Thrower, but they're getting more views than Bone Thrower. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, let me just have a look at this, you know, video. Not that Bone Thrower's, you know, God or anything like that. I'm just speaking relatively speaking by his subscriber base compared to these other subscriber base newer people getting all these bullshit views. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay. And I gauged this and I thought about this and I've been thinking and It appears to me that you have a lot. Now I'm talking about in a week getting like 2,000 views in a week, 2,000 plus. I'm like, are you kidding me? What is that shit? I'm no hater. I mean, I get a couple hundred views and that's positive. But what I learned is we have the serious people here. Even if we're new subscribers, we have serious people here and over at Bone Thrower, because we don't get all those views. And I guess what I'm saying is I really think that a lot of those views are like new people. Like they're looking at the facade, like the outside of things, like looking at the nice shiny tables and all that bullshit. That don't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit, okay? For the new people. I just been sitting there stewing on this bullshit, man. Okay? The aesthetics don't matter. This visual shit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is when you grip them dice and you throw them bitches down there. The result of those dice. And you can do that over and over and stay within your parameter of the time when you have your money up on the line, which is typically, as we suggest here, 3 to 5 rolls. Typically 3. Okay? So I'm just putting it out there. I see, people rerunning bullshit of the Iron Cross, and we've all seen the Iron Cross. I mean, and it's thousands of views. And I'm trying to, naturally, I'm like, whoa, okay, it's something new. Let's check it out. And I get on there, it's an Iron Cross. How the hell do you have all them damn views on that bullshit? Everybody's seen that damn shit. We've all seen it. It's nothing new. But we're getting all these views. Is it just people who are totally clueless? It seems like there's this... And when I look at people like that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking anyone. But when you come here to Dangerous Arm, what we do, we're strict. I mean, I might change our name to Dangerous Arm Underground Craps. For the simple fact that we're like one of the main ones online, whatever. We put a lot of, videos out and things like that. Bone Thrower, Dangerous Arm, that kind of thing, because we're always steady, 1 and 2. The way I look at it, Bone Thrower 1, he's got a higher subscriber base than me at 700. We're the most 2 active that I know of, showing you over and over and over. But we're not giving you these fluff bullshit systems like, hey, click on my video because this system will help. No, bullshit. That last video I put out, oops, sorry here. I was ranting. I didn't, my chat doesn't scroll down. Oops. Sorry there. You better believe it, Dios. You better believe it. That's right. That's my whole point. Is because I used to, maybe would have got upset. And I'm like, well, you know what? Because I know that, like, the one I just put out where I was thrown into the corner, right? To me, that was one of my best videos, guys. I'm just telling you straight. I think that was one of my best videos as far as displaying, the dice control coming out, moving the dice from, left, throwing from the left, throwing to the center, and throwing to the right, and also changing grips. I don't see, and this isn't a knock fest and all that. I'm just, I want to draw a clear line, with, Bone Thrower and Dangerous Arm. Because, as far as I know, as far as I'm looking at this, we're cutting edge. I see him do shit that's not in the books. I see me do stuff, us do stuff, it's not in the books. Then I see guys come out and they're like, well, these guys on the internet, they don't know shit. Buy my da-da-da. That's fine, man. That's fine. But I told you and I showed you how to make the money. I mean, you gotta, the craps gold, when I showed you, you throw the dice, whatever, get your little point, get your point, and you keep on rolling, right? All that matters is let's say if you're rolling the 54-54, okay? You're rolling that. Let's just say you roll it, we won't roll it down, we'll just, fake roll it. Okay, we get a point of 8. We'll just say we get a point of 8. All right. Let's say we roll another one. We hit a 4. Okay. Our next roll, we hit a 9. Our third roll, we hit a 5. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Very simple. That's all you need for the monies. That's all you need for the monies right there, guys. And then it will come back to you. Um, hey Ray, Mr. Raymond, to left and right last night with 50. Hey, good job, good job. See, I know I have videos out from months back where I showed you how to determine a dice set, but I showed you another way. But this is the way I'm working on now. This way now with the Craps Gold, throwing the dice. I mean, it doesn't matter. I've got videos that I haven't put out yet. I can't wait to release them, guys. And it works. I do the 64 cross. 4 hits down. I just end up staying too long. Exactly. Come on, Yodes. Come on, D. Come on. We got to pull it and roll. We got to pull it and roll. Hey, thank you, Rasa. This is true. I mean, we don't use a hard table, like the super hard table. We use a bouncy table, so it's realistic, for the casinos. I mean, if you don't throw the dice right, they'll land down there and they'll stop, and they might have enough juice where one, comes back up, and then that one will double, and then you'll be in trouble with that right there, and we don't want that. But, Raymond, I bought in for 125. Oh, nice. Good job. Good job, right? See, that's what I'm talking about. And I see these. Let's go from there. Let's go from there, guys. So Ray hit him up. He did a good job. Now, I'm really into the math, and you're looking at what 4 times your money. What's that? 400%. Hey, that's great money. Never wear out your welcome. And we'll see. And I put out videos before where, hey, make X amount of money, da. But I'm telling you, if you can work with, because all my videos I'm going to show, I'm going to keep showing the vulnerability at the beginning where, I have another video where I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to show you guys what I actually do. Absolutely, that's an excellent job, Ray. And I'm throwing the dice. I throw a 3. I think I'm using a super grip, a video that I haven't released yet. I'm using a super grip. I go out in 3, okay? And I'm like, okay, this is perfect for video. Now I can show you what I'm talking about. Once you get this down and know your dice, how to adjust them, once you get your first 7 out, you will dominate. I'm telling you, screw the systems. Screw the systems. You got to study that Craps Gold. Make sure to check the second part out. I will release another video that I have. I had plans on releasing this other video. I'm doing a full A to Z for the beginner. A full A to Z for the beginner, intermediate, and the pro for everybody. We're going to be taking our sock and our cup. We're putting it down at the back, and we're shooting into the back corner, back in here. And then we move it to the middle. We shoot to the middle, and we shoot to the right. And I show you dice training, because I still do that. And right after I do that, we go into a roll, okay? We go into a roll, and we roll out. Then we get a 7 pretty early. Then we switch our dice set. After we switch our dice set, we roll, and we show you that, okay? We show you that. But I don't just do it once. I show you back to back to show you what I'm talking about. It's real. When you make your dice adjustment, let's just say your first roll. Real quick, I want to throw this out there. While I'm doing this, you can call it dice adjustments. I'm calling it Craps Gold, because once you make your adjustment, all you're looking for is 3 or 4 and out. That's where the real dice control is once you figured out, okay, you've double pitched. Okay, so we've double pitched. Okay, we double pitched, we're out. All we need now is to fix our dice up. Since we doubled, let's go ahead and use a 5, 4, 3, 5 dice set. See? So the 7's still right there. You got a 3, then a 4. You're just barely skirting the 7. Don't sweat it. Okay, if that's the correct set, go ahead, roll your 3, 4, get your point. You got your point of 8, then get your 3. I'm telling you, this is as simple as it is right here, guys. This is as simple as it is right here. This is as simple as it is, making those 3. But the dice control is staying in the numbers for those amount of rolls. Okay? Now, I'm going to launch it here. Some might think I'm crazy, but look, this is the bottom line. If you go out in 3, do you double your money? No, I do not. Okay. If I have low monies, if I have like $10 on the line, yes, we might go ahead and do a double on that. You know what I mean? Because you could hit a nice a lick, on that hitting three and, catch back up and be ahead. So, yeah, but I don't get into, treading those waters too much. I don't, I like the straight flat bet. What I'm working on, another thing what I'm working on with this, it's kind of a step, precursor to the adjustment. So we're in the first set. You could actually put little bits of money out there. Just a little bit of money out there to bet. And that's okay. Maybe a 6 and 8. Maybe do that little iron cross thing, whatever, to get your monies up there. Just do something cheap to get up there if you like. If you're feeling, okay, this might work for a couple. But typically I'll use that first one just to find out where my dice, where my throw is actually at. So I'm a firm believer that, it's not the dice set every day, it's how your hands are feeling every day. And depending on how your hands feel, that's what dice set will be determined. That's just how I look at it. I've seen many system pitches on YouTube, but never bought into that crap. That's right. Every grip and throw I use, I learned from you and Bone Throwers. Sweet. Hey, appreciate that, Ray. We appreciate that. Nothing but love for you. That's what I mean. Try this at home. I'm telling you, you got to work on this, adjusting your dice. It's 90+% good, guys. It's 90. I mean, that's all I do now. I don't even worry about what dice that I'm going to use. It doesn't matter. All that matters is, and it doesn't matter the table either. It doesn't matter. It eliminates all that, guys. This is why this is the underground. I mean, because this is the shit they're not going to tell you. These guys with their little Humpty Dumpty sitting there and they're, I mean, I don't mean to knock him, but shit, roll the fucking bones, man. Let's see your skill. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Like I said, after I read these books, I was scouring. I was geeked after I read these books. I was geeked, and I wanted more information. So I went online, and no one was putting any new shit out. So, well, here goes Bone Thrower. And I just, my mind was blown. I said, oh my God, there's someone else out there like me that's crazy. That's what I thought. I said, shit, there's someone else out there that's crazy like me, that throws for 2 and 3 hours a day. That's just a madman, So that's what that is, though, guys. I mean to beat a dead horse up and down, but I'm telling you, this is the new thing where we need to get to. Okay, screw the systems. Check your dice movement. Know your dice. Check the craps gold out. Okay, check that out. I can show you right now. I mean, anytime. It doesn't matter. I'm just telling you, anytime. 7 out, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, anymore. Not anymore. Not that I figured that out. It doesn't mean shit. All that matters is you get out of your first one. Say you got a low 4, right? Let's just see here. We'll go raw here. Show some vulnerability. I've already rolled, though. Got a 10 after the 4. Mark that. Got a 10 after the 4. Got a flipper. Just want to show you. Damn it. My fault. I already called the 10. You guys know that. Got a 10. 4. So the 10 is 1 hit. You guys know the 10's 1 hit. Feeling a little bit different, too, here. We got a 5. 3. Deuce. 5. That's 2 hits. Now you at home know as well as I, all we need is 1 more hit. That's all we need. And yeah, I'm throwing a different super grip, by the way. In case if you noticed, I'm actually turning it like that. Okay, so we went out on a shitty throw. Got sloppy, went out on a shitty throw, okay? So they caught us on that. Got a 5 deuce. Double. What'd you say here? When I got my first table, me and my brother did 12. Absolutely. Hell yeah, 12 hours. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. 12 hours. Now that is dedication right there. 12. Did you guys hear that? That's a big thumbs up there. So with that out on that, let's see how. So we doubled. How did we do? Okay, so it went that way like that. Okay. So we're going to go 5, 6, 5, 6, 6 deuce, real quick. I'm using this come out 7. Using a this new throw, by the way. Just want to show you something. Using this new throw where I'm twisting it at the end, super grip, but I'm twisting. Okay, so 7. We will definitely count that as a hit. You know it is. I mean, because you'd be collecting on the pass line. 5, 4, 9. I haven't warmed up at all, man. So, you know, I'm hoping, you know, we don't get embarrassed here. I mean, things happen, though. I mean, shit, it is the dice game. It is a dice game using a new throw, too. So you got to throw it right. 6, 4, 10. So to me, that would be 2 hits right there, guys. I'm just telling you, that'd be 2 hits because we got a 10 and we got a pass line right there. So all we need is one more. And then we'd be out with a, what am I using? Shit. 5, 6, 6, 2 dice set because we doubled. See if we can get the last one. Oh, a kissed. 3. Now, I don't like that kiss shit, man. I hate that. I hate that, especially when you're throwing a super grip because that just makes the dice, you know, stay right there. And I'm riding pretty close to the 7 right now as it is. 10. Soft. Okay, guys, so that, as simple as that. We just made our money. I just showed you raw, just raw dog, real fast. Putting reputation and everything on the line. We got to, well, not really, but you know what I mean. Hit a double on the 10, whatever. So we're not going to throw anymore, but that's where you pull your money. We just made our money that quick. You just seen me. I just did it real quick. That's craps gold right there. I'm telling you, that's craps gold. You got to study it. You got to check that out. That's the first one when I threw a little punk ass 3 or 4 or whatever. Hey, you know, whatever. You know, I'm not, obviously you guys know I'm not really concentrating on that shit right now. But that being said, you know, with a new roll, and then we showed you hit a little double on the 10, which is nice. You know, that 10 would have been pressed up, so that would have been nice on top of our come out 7. So we only need 3. I'm just preaching the short game again, guys. The short game. Yes, the Rasta. Let's see here. Yes, the hands are important. I'm a cook, so I use my hands all the time. So you have to make sure your hands are point for. Yeah, you better believe it. You better believe it. That's what I always say. You know, I always say it's, you know, in the hand. I think that 90% of the grip will fall within your hands. You know, however you're setting up the dice. And while we're talking about hands, guys, let me go ahead and show you how I was setting that last one up, because that's a new one, and I have a video with that one. I think we're going to release it right after the live stream. We're going to upload it because I can't go on my phone and upload it while it's, you know, while we're talking here. But this is the way we're doing it. We're using a super grip. Using a super grip. Now we're holding it like this. My first couple, the first throws, I was using that. That's how I used to, you know, set up the super grip like that. But now, doing like this, because this is more of how I set up that staggered grip like that. You know, it's like my staggered grip kind of throw. See how they're staggered. So that's kind of throw how I use. Now, instead of going, you know, just regular, you know, I'll go like this, you know, and I kind of get a little tilt to them, just a little kind of tilt. What I'm doing is I'm throwing kind of like that. I hope that's coming through. You know, not like that, just flipping. Let's see, I can see this way. Not just boom like that. Not like that. But you're like this. It's kind of like that angle. See how I'm releasing those like that? It'll be a release kind of like that. Kind of like an angle. Like kind of like they have a willy like that, and they're also angled. You know, they're not straight in. They're like that, and kind of, you know, to the left, angle cockeyed like that. And I'm actually, what the hell, man? Silly phone. Okay, looks like it's, okay. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing though, and I'm actually releasing, and I'm kind of flipping my wrist, kind of taking my wrist, doing like that. I'm gonna tell you something. That sucker in the corner, back over here, is strong. I'll have to get another. I'll have to get another angle, camera angle going on that so I can show you that. But it is strong, guys. I mean, it's very strong. It's a very strong throw. And I know I have a million throws. And I just want to put this out there. You know, I do all these throws because I never know which throw I'm going to need. You know, each day my hands are different. So, you know, some days, you know, my thumb is bothering me inside here, like back in here. You know, back in here, so it's difficult to actually grab these dice right, to get that proper dice grip right there. You know, and sometimes my fingers aren't acting right. So, you know, I'm not able to really get that grip on that. So that's why each day is different. But you have to find out which grip is going to work best for you, though, guys. Definitely. Oh, one more thing. No fluff. You guys already know this, though. When you come over here to Dangerous Arm, we're not going to bullshit you. We are not going to bullshit you. We're going to give you the real deal. We're not selling you these crap systems that say you're going to win X, 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 whatever. Try this gold. Try the Craps Gold right here. The dice control. Where you're actually watching your dice. And just like I showed you the quick little demonstration right there. Real quick on live. Just real quick on live, you know. Real quick. Adjust your dice accordingly. Start off. I like to start with the hard way set. And the reason I like to start with the hard way set is because the hard way is easier to determine, you know, your dice, you know, if one's, you know, pitching out, you know, flipping out, you know, or if they're turning in like that. That's a rare one, that kind of thing. Or if they're going to double pitch or pitch once, you know, whether front or back, left or right die. It's just easier to determine that. Raymond says, I don't bet when other people throw. I wash my hands and file. Ah, nice. So you file your fingers after each throw? No kidding. Hey, you know, I ain't mad at you. You know, whatever works, you know, because it all comes to, you know, the skin allowing the dice, rather, to flow off the skin when they release out of your hand, you know, to release off the thumb and the finger skin. Ah, yes, yes. So have you been trying that, Raymond, and have you noticed a little increase in your consistency from, you know, using the filing system, using the file? I'd love to know because I haven't got too much feedback yet, and you know, I definitely want to hear everyone's successes. That's for sure. Nice, nice. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, because that changed my game. That changed my game. I'll tell you what. Whew. Well, looks like we had some people peeling out. Sorry to see you go, but hey, we're still here. Well, so let me ask you this. You guys have any questions? You know, like any of the videos? Or about, you know, like grips, dice sets, landing on the table, bouncy soft, that kind of thing? I mean, you know, give me a holler. Hell, I've been talking and talking. I mean, you know, I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Oh, so check it out. Like I was saying in the video, you know, I'm no longer in the casinos. I won't be throwing longer than like 15s and 20s. Now, I know that sounds crazy to some folks, but I just want to fly under the radar. You know, I just totally want to fly under the radar, and that's what I want to do. I throw the super grip kind of like you just, yes, yes. Can you do a video showing the dice actually leaving your hand? Yes, yes, I will. Hey, is that die? We'll just say DH. Yes, Hatch, we will. We will definitely do that. That's what I've been wanting to do. You know, get these better camera angles where you actually see the dice leaving the hands, because that's just as important, I feel like, as watching the setup of the dice. You know, just as important as watching the setup, I think the release is just as important myself. But we will do that though. But I point finger and metal of dice on the side. Okay, so you do, let's see. So is it like this? Raymond, I feel for Bone Thrower what he is going. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? I do too, man. That's my guy right there. I love Bone Thrower, man. He is a certified badass, man. You know, you can look in the books, and you know it'll tell you to throw your dice on access and all this other shit, but it don't matter. Bone Thrower's got so many different throws. He's amazing. But yeah, if I was Bone Thrower, I would certainly. Right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I don't really like to bet on other people either, Rasta. But you know, you'll find them. You know, and sometimes you want to go ahead and rock it out. Bone Thrower, yeah, man. You know, he's gonna have to, you know, get the hat going, get a little disguisey skies going. To the side of dice, on top, two dots of six. So are you saying you hold it like this? Where you're holding it like that? Like it's on the side? Is that right, D? I'll tell you what, that super grip, this one here, I was using 5662, and the video that I have coming out, I showed. I mean, you know, this is exposing my vulnerabilities. You know, and I really don't like. Okay, hey, if that works for you, you know, what I noticed with this super grip is, you know, obviously it, you know, that's kind of interesting right there. You know, I've never. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work with that at some point. Try that out a little bit. You know, because I'll get up late and just come on out here and you know, start fooling around with, you know, at the table. I can't help myself. You know, it's right here, so I just get to throwing. You know, and I come up with some of these weird tip finger towards top. Tip. Oh, okay. So tip finger. So how do you? Oh, okay. So you have the other finger on here. This one. See what I like. I mean, I evolve. See, when I'm throwing this, like now, it like stays locked together. You know, it really stays locked together. But I was just dicking around, and you know, I was releasing, just started kind of releasing, just you know, instead of not like that or like this, but you know, just kind of like at the angle, just that little angle, man. It just sits down right in the corner, just so nice when you do it right. I mean, it just sets down so nice. I mean, the video that I'll be dropping tonight, it shows. I think I threw three. I went out in three or something like that. Then, which I got that number thrown. I don't know what it is. Irritating. I assure you, when I'm not on video, I don't go out that quick. I don't know what the hell it is, man. Hey, but you guys aren't gonna get anyone at this high level throwing that's gonna expose himself like that on video. You know, I know that Bone Thrower did at the live casino, but that's about it. You're not really going to get that kind of action because most people want to make it, you know, make it like, you know, they're total badasses and they'll never, whatever, whatever. And that's just bullshit, man. You're going to go out, you know, you're not as bad as you're trying to make yourself look on video, you know. And if you went head to head, you'd probably get smacked around, you know, like a little schoolgirl. But I'm just saying, just keeping it real. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about Bone Thrower getting smacked around either. I'm not. I'm not talking about Bone Thrower. We know Bone Thrower's ready to go to drop the hat. You know, he ain't bullshitting. You know, he stays ready. There we go. We got a 9. So we finally got our 9 on that, guys. So I'm not saying that. But hey, you know what? It'd be nice to battle, though. That'd be nice to. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, having, you know, who's the baddest on the internet? Let's battle. Battle the shit out. You know what I mean? Battle the shit out. But see, the issue with me is, you know, I'm not into letting anyone see who I am. You know, giving up my identity and that kind of thing. You know, I'm not really into that. Like fire thumb, middle finger with point on some. That grip and throw you were showing, I found I need to keep it low to. Yes, yes, yes. This is true. This is true. Very, very true. You know, remember, you know, it's going to come down to the dice set, however you set, or however you're throwing your dice, you know, because I'm still using that same dice set. You know, I use the hard way, then I double pitched. And another thing about this Craps Gold, Craps Gold, obviously, I mean, you study your Craps Gold to me is throwing the dice, not having much on the line your first time with the dice, and finding out what your dice are doing. And once you figure out what your dice are doing, then you adjust accordingly. Then you go into attack mode, okay? But when you actually 7 out, this is key. When you 7 out, you want to 7 out on on a good throw. You know, you don't want to, like, I know it might sound messed up, but, you know, you don't want to go out on a shitty throw where, like, you throw it out there, it's like a shitty throw, and you're like, oh, that's going to be a 7, because that's not really going to give you the data that you really want. You really want to throw a good throw like you normally throw and let the dice bounce how they're going to, and then make the adjustment. And that's exactly how I do it. You know, I show in my video where I 7 out some little 6-1 7 out, and I knew it was a shank 7 out. I stuck with the dice set. Matter of fact, I think I was using this one. I stuck with the dice set because I knew that that was a bullshit out. I knew it was, you know. So, yeah, but keep them, you know, if you find, like with dice control, whatever you find that works for you, you know, wherever you're landing it, if that's working for you, do that. You know what I mean? If you're throwing it and you're landing, you know, 2 inches away from the wall and it's working, do that. Hey, alright, D. We'll see you next time. Sorry about that battery, man. Mine's kind of hideous, too, the one I'm recording on. Appreciate it. You know, we'll be doing it again. Yes. Have a good evening, sir. Hey, remember, keep rolling and keep on winning. Making these monies, man. Remember that system, Diodes. Craps Gold, man. Craps Gold. That's all you need. Okay, guys, so we're just still dicking around rolling. Where are we at? 4. No full press on this one. No press on this one. Well, wish we would have got him on this one, but, you know, guess not. I love the 54-54 set. I had a lot of 6s and 8s. Yep. That's good, especially the hard ways. You know, if you're throwing like that, Raymond, and you know that you're hitting those hard ways, your throw is on point. That's good. That's good because that throw, you're supposed to throw hard ways, and that means you're hitting primary numbers. If I'm using a hard way set and I see that I'm throwing those hard way numbers, I know that I'm throwing correct, like my throw was in line. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Good job. Let's see, Lost. Carlos. My go-to sets are not working now that I have changed my table from hard to bouncy. I'm solid on the hardtail, but have to change with my casino. Oh, absolutely. That's... Hey, don't even sweat, though, Carlos. Because, see, once you get accustomed to this hard table or soft table, it's going to be no sweat. You know, I had to go through it too. It ain't no biggie. But look, here's the bottom line. Carlos, whether it's soft or hard table, don't even sweat it. Use this method, what I'm showing you here. Use this, what I'm showing you. You know, change, you know, you sound like you're consistent. So let's ride that consistency out. Let's, you know, since we're consistent, let's expand on that, you know. Figure out what dice set, you know, if you're rolling the 54-54, you know, hard way. I just do that to begin with. You know, if it's working, there's no need to fix it. Screw it. You've already made your money. Roll out. But, you know, if you determine a dice set off that and it doesn't work well for you, you know, make the correct adjustment. And, you know, just trust in that. Work that at your place, at your home, and, you know, try that out. And get back with us. Let me know what you think about that. That's a 6-3-9. That's a triple on the 9, guys. You know, we're still rolling on that roll with the adjustment. That's a triple on the 9 on that one. Finally got a triple there. That's actually the one we just hit our point on, too, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Staying on access. That's right. Have you figured out how you want to do a fun... I've got an idea. I've got a real good idea. You know, probably... Yeah, I mean, I have an idea once the phone system is in place, but as of right now, I don't know, you know, as far as putting it together. You know, I've got to get the equipment together, and, you know, I've looked into all that. You know, it's just going to take me just a little bit of time, you know, to put everything together, because I'm not having anyone come in and do all of it. I'll be hooking it up myself for the most part. For the most part, that kind of thing. But I think it'll probably be small amount of lines, maybe 4 lines, and we'll have, you know, open up the, you know, we'll have me yap for a little bit, whatever. Then we'll, you know, have a topic, and we'll open up the phone lines to a discussion, and we'll have first-time callers call in, that kind of thing. I'm just rough drafting what I'm kind of feeling right now. You know, have first-time callers call in and ask that people, if you've already called in before, to allow the others to call in so they can ask their questions. And then that way, you know, we can actually, you know, hear each other. You know, we can all hear each other. You know, you can hear me, but then I can hear you as well. You know, and then we can, you know, correspond back and forth. And at some point, what I'd like to do, and I can launch this on you guys because there's only a couple of us here. I like to have it where, you know, we can do like a Skype call. You know, we can have guests on, and, you know, we can get Bone Thrower on there, have both of us on here, and then, you know, we can, you know, take questions, answers, and we can have other people on. You know what I mean? Just go from there. So these are just some things I'm thinking about. That's where I'm at so far on it, to be honest. Don't tell anybody now. Don't tell anyone. Okay, we got a 415 right there. Violet one in the corner. We're just still rolling. Kind of dicking around rolling. We're not even really concentrating too much on it. We're just kind of going here and there. That's what we're doing, though, guys. So let me ask you guys, what is your go-to hand grip? What do you guys like? Ah, okay. Do we got some action over there, guys? Holler at me. What's going on? Because I got my thing right there. I see where Rasta's getting on somebody because we don't want to troll. Let's see here. What do we got? We got some action. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't want to troll on our shit either. You know what I mean? I don't either. You know, we only have a couple people here today. People might, you know, probably busy. But this is positive though. I'd rather it be. I mean, I want to get the people up and things like that because I want to share. You know, I feel like people. You know, some good things come out of this live stream. I really do. You know, I think that, you know, some really good things come out of it. Whether we're talking about, you know, filing systems, the importance of filing systems, keeping everything filed down. I mean, that's key. I mean, that's key. Whether we're talking about ways to set the dice up, little intricacies like one issue you have is own a truck and drive the north. Okay, every casino table is different. Depends on what casino as to what grip and throw. Ah, I see. Blunt. Oh, there we go. Blunt. Blunt trauma. I like the 3-finger premier grip. I use pressure with the middle finger, and I use my index and third finger with light pressure. Almost using the steering wheel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right. Nice, nice. It's good to hear. Long as, you know, long as it works. My go-to, my baby, you know, my baby. That's my baby. Thumb all the way down. Have my kickstand right here, pressing against it, just to keep it pressed until I release it for the throw. And with that one, though, it gets frustrating because I have to have everything filed, and I'm due for another file. I've got to do it like twice a week. I've got to file my fingertips down twice a week. But yeah, whatever works for you, man, that's what you got to go with, guys. What I was saying about back to BT, sorry we missed him tonight. Damn it. We were hoping to get him on here. Anyway, he's probably making another stunning video. A nice one. I'm going to be now. If there's anyone out there, well, hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, to Raymond. You said you have an issue. Is that you drive a truck, you drive east. Every casino table is different. Yes, exactly. That's why I launched the Casino Gold. You know, let you guys know that's the Casino Gold is going to take care of, you know, any of your issues. The only issue you'll have to get over with is ourselves, is us being okay with maybe not rolling long rolls, you know, because we adjusted the dice, and this is where we're at so far. You know, we had this little punk 3, then we adjusted the dice, you know, and we've got 1 point, a triple, and a double. Well, we got 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. like 12 or 13 rolls here, right? You know, while we're just kind of pissing around, right? Talking. These three, I show you that for a reason. Not a lot of people online are going to show you a 3 and out because they're going to be like, no, I'm going to cut this shit. No, I'm going to show you this because I want you to see the power. Live power. Yeah, 3 and out, whatever. But then I made the adjustment because the dice rolled a certain way, so we just countered that. That will counter whatever table you're on. It doesn't matter what table you're rolling on. I just have come to realize that with this Casino Gold, and that's why I call it Casino Gold, because it's not going to matter what kind of table you roll on anymore. In my opinion. In my opinion, I don't think so. 4, deuce, 6 on a rollout. 4, deuce, 6, rollout. That's just my opinion. So I would, I would try it at your place. I would definitely try it at your place. The Casino Gold, just go ahead, set up the standard hard way. It doesn't have to be the 54-54. I mean, hell, it can be the 42-42 or, whatever. Just, I like to stay on those access numbers because it's easier to see what the dice are doing. That's why I do like that, I've had a lot of times where I've been frustrated and I had horrible days, on the table at home practicing. This is before I was really, really consistent. Just trying to force myself to use a dice set. No, I'm going to use this dice set. No. See, so that's why we do the 54-54. And however the dice react, then we'll go accordingly. I'm telling you something. I mean, this is a special deal right here, guys. This is a special deal, Casino Gold. You'll see in our next video as soon as we get off here. I'm going to release it, and you'll see what I'm saying. You'll see exactly what I'm saying. Okay, we got another 5. That's a double on the 5 right there. So you're seeing Casino Gold right here. This is actually it, right? That was a 4-1. A little flippy. Shit. Jeez, my fault. A little flippy. So, and it's as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. If you want to win over and over and over, I stand strong behind this. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10 winning, man. You don't need the systems and pay for all that horse shit where people are talking. And I'm not trying to hate. I'm not talking about Dominator. I know that's his operation because they kicked him out and things like that. So, whatever, he's doing there. I'm not hating on that, I'm actually talking about other people, where they want to come out and say, hey, well, these other people on the internet, Hell, are they talking about me and Bone Thrower? Shit. I mean, we're straight exposing ourselves on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So you can see on a regular basis, that we're staying on point. We're not sitting here horse shit. We're staying on point. Let's see, Blunt. I agree the hard way set or the all 7 set are the best to start off with for reading the dice. Word. Lost. That's my issues, trying to stay with my tried and true sets. See, there we go, Carlos. There we go, Carlos. I've done my job. That's what I'm saying. I've had so many frustrating nights, man, on the table at my place. Because if I have a bad night at the casino, I'm not going to sit around. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and keep digging a hole. Fuck that. I just know it's like I look at this stuff like a sport. I look at how I'm performing. That's why I do the dice adjustments, because I see how I'm performing, then I go according to that. But, I recognize that trap. That is a trap when we sit there and go, I'm going to use this dice set. I'm going to. You know what I mean? No, that might not be the right one. You know what I mean? Then we're like, well, maybe I'll try it again. And, and then you'll have success and all that. But, I mean, when we get into trying to force ourselves, to go against what the dice are telling us to do, that's never good. And I'm not one of those people who are like voodoo bullshit, like the dice are talking to me, all this shit. That's a quad on the 9s, by the way. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that the dice, they speak to you. Like this dice set. The dice let me know that's what I needed because I double pitched. And so once I double pitched, that's when we switched over. That's when we switched over to this dice set. This is where it's going to be. Once you learn how to read your dice, guys, learn how to read your dice and adjust them, your game is going to take off, and you're going to be like, wow, this is exactly what Bone Thrower and Dangerous Arm are talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's the real deal. I mean, you will just, let me just tell you, man, this is just so, I mean, the confidence for me is so extreme, you know, that I know what this deal is with this Casino Gold. I'm telling you, I gave you something personal in that, guys. I mean, that's a personal deal right there. You know, most people wouldn't. You know, they wouldn't launch that because it's real easy. You know, that's a triple on that. We're still rolling away, and that's from that dice set. We're still rolling off that dice set. Adjustment, rather. So I know I'm beating the horse into the grave here, guys. But Carlos, you got to check it. Robert, what's up, buddy? Let's see here. So yeah, don't, you know, I'm not telling you what to do, but you know, just, you know, stick with that way, but then slowly, like what I did was I still would stick with dice sets, but half of my game changed to adjusting, and then now I'm all adjustment. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter the table. It matters how the dice roll. Then I'll adjust accordingly, because once you are a consistent roller, you know, you can do that. That's like what they say, one of the perks. You know, and then that's when you're really on level, man. And that's when you want to start actually moving your dice around, so the casinos don't recognize that you're hitting the same spot over and over and over, because that's what happens. Let's see here. I start with 110 inside, Raymond. I hit twice and dropped to 66. That ensures my profit because I'm playing and making money with house money. Word. Exactly. I love that. I love that right there. That's nice. I love that. I like that. See, I'm a simple guy. You know, I focus more on the dice control. You know, in the betting, I want simple betting. You know, that's how I know who's who online. You know, because all this sophisticated bullshit ass betting isn't dice control. That's not dice control. Dice control is controlling the dice and using a solid, simple betting strategy that I know. I mean, you don't have to do all that cockeyed betting shit because you're flipping the odds. How do you want it? Isn't it Burger King, have it your way? That's what it's like with this dice control. Let's see here. We got a message held for review. Sorry, I'm trying to get it here. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that. I don't know why they, you know, blocked that one. We appreciate, you know, that holler out about us kicking ass. Let's see. What's up, Harry? Did you change your screen name? Okay. Sweet. Good seeing you. I appreciate that. That's good. Blunt trauma. Hey, that's catchy. That's catchy. That's pretty hard. That's tough. Robert. Hey, what's up, Robert? Okay, so what's up? Been playing for a while, just now starting to get it. Yep, absolutely. It'll take you some months. But don't, you know, just keep a couple things in mind. You know, we're not going to be consistent at first. You know, you always hear me talk about consistency. Don't get frustrated if you're just beginning, just a couple months in, you're not consistent. You're not going to be consistent at first for a little bit. And I'm not saying I know everything, but I do know this. Muscle has memory. You've got to give, I think it's 4 to 8 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. I think it's 4 to 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks for your muscle to have memory. So if you're throwing these dice, you know, like if you're setting up this way, like I'm throwing here, it's going to take you, you know, 6 to 8 weeks to, you know, get that throw down. Okay, so we're still in there. We're throwing one dice every 5 minutes now. We're still hanging in there, though, guys. We're just doing an extended roll. Got a yo on that one. We're still doing it. You know, or if you're doing the Premier Grip, as we call it, the Premier Grip, that's going to take you 6 to 8 weeks for your fingers to get adjusted to that and to memorize that. So you're not always like thinking. Although after all this time of rolling, I still do think the simple things when I grab the dice like that, squeezing my fingers together, keeping the dice tight. Don't let any air in between them. You know, always have them tight. You know, easy release. You know, let them flow. You know, little shit like that. I see. Nice. hopefully they're doing well for you, man. I had to flip off the NBA or the NFL. Sorry, guys. I know it's craps, but I mean, we can talk about other stuff here and there. I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, I had to flip off the NFL, man. I like Dallas, but they pissed me off with that kneeling crap, man. And I'm not against free speech. I'm all for speech, but shit, aren't those guys? They're getting paid millions of dollars to kneel. Hell, I can't go to my part-time job and kneel out there. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I feel you though. So are you doing well though on your team? Are you doing it? I throw hard waist all. Okay, Raymond. I throw hard waist all the time. I work my come out roll as bone thrower shows. I don't work my come out roll that much. It just depends. It just depends. Yeah, absolutely, Robert. That's right. Absolutely. Um, you know, I work my come out probably 30% of the time because it's. I'll get on this shit, guys, where like the other night I was rolling. I was on a come out roll, and I threw like seven sevens in a row. You know what I mean? Between sevens and 11, I couldn't get off of them, and so I would have made all my money on the pass line. So that's what makes me nervous. I don't know how my hands are throwing, and I would rather not have my money on the line. It just for me personally, this is just the way I feel about dice control. That's why we have to know, oneself, because for me, if it doesn't work 30% of the time, it pays for me to not do that and go by the math of knowing that 70% of the time I'm going to roll. I don't want to run into that 30% of the time that I'm going to throw a 7 or 11 on that come out roll. That 7 I got to avoid it because sometimes I'll get on that 7 because the dice are jumping around funny. I might not be hitting my spots, my sweet spots. That's why I'll always throw first and very easily tread the water. I'll just very slowly whistling by the graveyard, so to speak. Then the next one I'll go at it. I'll go at it because I have full confidence. Full confidence in once I adjust the dice. I'm fully okay with letting the chips ride after that because I know that it works in the 90% for me. Oh yeah, Ross. Oh yeah, this is a sport for me. Oh yeah, eat, sleep, and shit. People, because I have my little. They laugh out loud because it has a little practice rig and say the casino is a setup, all, but all they want to borrow when I win. Oh yeah, they want to borrow money and win. Exactly. You can have a little rig, man. It don't mean shit. All it matters is if you have something to throw in. I've heard where people were throwing into pillows, and the pillow thing I can't get down with. But if you got a little setup, shit, even if it's a little 2 foot deep by 2 foot, whatever. Hell, even if you don't have the gator wall yet, I would still throw into that because that's where I started. I didn't have the gator wall when I started, but I still threw into a regular wall. And what I did was I took a cardboard paper and I punched holes in it. And I turned it around. I took a pin and I punched holes in it, and I turned the side around where, as the side that had the pin coming through was facing the front, so I had little points pointing up, so it would actually like affect my dice like little pointers. So I gamble on it, so I got to watch it. Yeah, Hey, oh no, we're not saying you don't have skills. You definitely, that's confidence if you're coming out on the first roll like that. That's for sure. Loss. Are you throwing it in or tossing them up on a bouncy table? Well, my table is very bouncy. It's very bouncy. It's super bouncy. Okay, what's the computer doing? I'm trying to read this one. I don't know why it's trying to hide these messages from you guys. Thumbs up. There's nothing wrong with that. Always between points. Okay. I see. I started with a piece of shag carpet on the back wall. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't matter. What matters is what's the nice thing about this game is, it's like a sport to us, and we don't have to have the beautiful table and, the $10,000 table and all that horse shit, man. You can go online and see guys all you want, and they can't throw for shit. You know what I mean? Want to show their face and all this other stuff. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. What matters is when you roll, are you making money? screw the making friends and all that. I mean, that's great. I'm not, you know, I get along with everyone. I'm not saying don't get along with people, things like that. But, you know, I'm there to make money, and it's going to be quick. I'm going to do my little routine, what I showed you, with the craps gold. I'm going to throw my little set because I don't know how that table's reacted. So naturally, I'm going to use craps gold. I'm going to find out how the table's speaking to me. Then we're going to set the dice up, and hopefully we're going to set them up rather quickly so they don't get upset with us. Then we're going to get to rocking, and all we have to do is rock out 3 solid number hits. 3 solid number hits, that's all we need. 10 hard, 10 hard. You know I'm rolling one every 5 minutes at this point, guys. We're still rolling. Could we get to 30? Could we get to 30? Yeah, so that's a 10. That's a triple on the 10 on that one. See what we got going here. I built, yeah, hey, absolutely, Mr. Blunt. I built mine too. I'm all about that. I think it's more important, it's more personal when you build yours. You know, I think it's, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I thought long and hard about buying the expensive table, and it looks good on YouTube and all that shit. But when I look at, when it really comes down to it, is I got to be real with myself, you know, and I got to live with myself. I couldn't live with paying all that money, although, you know, I've got the game to play on it and have it and all that shit, but that just doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? I'd rather have something where, like, even when I lifted weights, it wasn't like the fluff shit. It was like the dungeon, you know what I mean? And it was all real ass dudes, man. All real ass, strong ass dudes, man. No bullshit. You know, grunge equipment, but the equipment served the purpose of training for the event. So this is the equipment. This is our equipment. Oh, hey, good to see you back, D. We're still rocking. We're still rocking. I told myself I wasn't going to go more than an hour, but shit, you know, whatever. We'll give it a couple more here. Finally, people are getting going and things now. But this is our equipment, though. This is our, welcome back, by the way. This is our equipment. Our equipment serves a purpose of practicing for the event. And the event is when we go to the casino, whoop their ass. That's it. That's it. We're not trying to, you know, go in here and, hey, I'm going to have a long roll. No, no, no. Stay focused on your shit and what you want to get accomplished. Stay focused on the objective, you know, and that alone, staying focused on the objective, which is, you know, if you're using the craps gold, rolling your dice, finding out what the roll is, and preferably with this craps gold, you want to be in the casino when there's not a lot of people there, so you can get the dice back really quick. I mean, like really quick. That's what you want. I mean, I have to put that out there. That's what you really want, because you might go cold. You know, the dice don't get back to you for half an hour. Hell, you're a different roller at that point. For me, I'm in my mid 40s, so you know, I have to re-warm up my shoulder. How's my arm acting at that point? How's my elbow feeling? You know, how's my neck doing? All that kind of thing. How do I make my table bouncy, Robert? Actually, I'm trying to work down the thing here. No, I'm not in Vegas. I wanted to. Oh, you're welcome, D. Actually, underneath here, let's see, because this part goes up. Let me think. I can't. Let me see here. I have a fabric. You can buy the fabric from a fabric store. It's kind of like a dress fabric, kind of like a fancy dress fabric, and you'll know what kind of fabric it is because it kind of stretches. You know, kind of, you can pull it and it'll stretch, and it's kind of has a little shine to it. You know, kind of like it's expensive material for women. You know, if they want to make a dress, that kind of thing. That's what kind of material it is. You know, where, you know, you pull on it and it will literally stretch, and if you don't pull it, it'll stay right there. But it literally stretches. So once the dice like hit that, you see how that does like that. That's the action it'll give you. It'll bounce them all around. This bounce. Oh, and I have a little, just a little. It's like a little padding, just a little baby padding. I've seen them at Wally Mart before. It's just a little padding, and if you can't get that padding, you know, you can build. Let me think here. You know, you can have kind of layers, like get you maybe you can use like a pillowcase. You know, I've used like a pillowcase to cover the actual hard top, then I start layering up from there. And from layering, then it'll give you that bouncy. Now, if you put that dress material in there, what I was telling you about, that fancy high quality dress material, I mean, the shit's like eight. It's like $8 a yard, man. It's like $8. It's crazy, or like $10. It's ridiculous. You know, you put that stuff down underneath. That's going to give you the bouncy. That's, if you remember when I used to have the red down here. If you look at some of my older videos, like the where it has the measuring stick and my Theory for All 7 set, that red down there is that same material. Where you stretch it, it's really bouncy, so it really gives those dice that bounce you want. And I guarantee you do that, you're going to start getting really close to your casino bounce. Then you're going to start really appreciating that super grip even more, because that's why I do the super grip, because it equalizes, it counterbalances the bounce in the table. Because where I'm from, you'll see them trying to throw the Premier grip a lot, and they'll try to use the swing. They'll try to use the pendulum, the full pendulum, and the dice hit down there and they bounce clear off the table, and it slows the game down tremendously. Yep, start with a cardboard box, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to put out a video. Hey, Richard, I'm going to put out a video where I'm showing my vintage footage. Little couple little photos. It's kind of neat, man. It's kind of neat. I got some nice little rolls. I've got the ones with the gator back and the ones no gator back. And I mean, my opening, it's only probably about like this much. Like this wide. It was a very narrow shooting box, very narrow like that. Then maybe about 1.5 feet to 2 feet deep. That's it. And that's all I had. No table to bounce back on or nothing. So there was a period, where they'd bounce off and I'd have to pick them up off the floor and that kind of thing. Richard Gardner, am I in Vegas? No. Wanted to. Terrible, tragic shooting over there. Polyester and spandex Joann's. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. It's funny you mention that, because that's where I got mine at, is Joann's fabric. That's funny. Or you can find them in thrift stores if I'm thrifty, man. I'm thrifty, whatever. Hate on me all you want. I'm just not into getting waxed. I'm into having cash and doing, what you want to do with your cash, instead of being a slave to the man because you have all this fine shit that needs paid for and all that. You got to keep up with that bullshit. Whatever with that. Yeah, the super grip is nasty. Yeah, so Joann Fabrics is where you can go, guys. And that's what I'm using on both ends underneath. So that's what's going to give you that bounce. That's going to definitely help you in the casino, because they're all going to bouncy. I know where Bone Thrower's at. He said that they don't. Oh, there we go. 3, 1, 4. 3, 1, 4. Well, guys, we finally. Hey, you gotta admit that's funny shit. We finally hit our point. How long has it taken us? We've been rolling for what? Jeez. We finally got our point out of that one. Okay, so we got 2 points. We might hit 30 on this one. Oh, Matt's funny. I don't even know where the hell is it. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see here. Let's try and reconnect it. I don't know why. No. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to refresh my page here. For some reason, it's trying to say that the chat got disconnected. Oh, you son of a bitch. That's why, because my computer went offline. Shit. Okay. No connection. Oh, so, yes, but the hard and the bouncy tables, I mean, that's Bone Thrower. Like I said, from where he's at, he said his tables are hard. Now, I'm going to go to, I've got my little piece of wood. I'm going to, my little insert, as BT says. We're going to go ahead and probably slap that in and throw some hard stuff. But I don't use the hard table as much anymore, because the casinos around here, we train for where we're going to be playing at. That's the way we do it. We need to train for where we're going to be playing at. And if we're going to be playing has hard table, it would be advisable to certainly set up a hard table. I would definitely advise that. It's better that way. Okay, 10s and 4s go together. So our new point's 10. We got a hard point. That's a quad on the 10. It's our fourth 10 there on this extended roll. While we're just jacking away. Okay, so I have Oh, okay, so we're back. Good, we're back. Sweet. Blunt trauma. I have 2 layers felt under my layout. Yeah, nice, nice. Exactly. You know, that's it. Uh, Instead of the, like, if you don't have the little pieces of felt you can get, because that adds like the thickness to it. You know, you can get 1 or 2, and that's what Blunt Trauma said is great. That's a good. That's why we do this. That's a good point, because see, you can get your layers up, and you can actually make your table to the bounciness as you like. You know, because believe me, you can have a firm but bouncy table, or you can have a soft bouncy. You know, there's levels of bounce. You know, and we need to get into that, because they're gonna, you know, this is what they're trying to do to shut us down. But we've got all kinds of things in the works. We're not sweating none of that stuff. Okay, Joe. Hey, Joseph. Good to see you. Welcome, Joseph. What's the suggested shooting distance from stick left when practicing? I now, uh, that would have to be all your preference. You know, really, I'd say that'd be your preference. My preference, myself, I have a little bit longer arms, so when my follow through, you know, it's you know, my arm, it's gonna, you know, it's a little bit longer, so I like to be out at 9 foot, you know, because my arm gets a little bit heavy. You know, I get a little bit heavy on the dice. You know, we're only throwing something that's a couple ounces, so you know, we're controlling our dice, you know, arm speed, and you know how hard we're throwing the dice and that kind of thing. So I like 9 foot myself. No, I am not staggering the dice. No, I am not. No, I am not. I am not staggering the dice. I'm using a. This is the actual super grip. What I'm using. I'm actually using the super grip, but I'm not using with my hand set up like that. That's how I normally would do the super grip. But since I've been using that stagger grip, I just think that this something about this right here. I don't know what it is. It's just something about that right there. It's something about that grip. Yeah, so that's what we're using right there. We're just doing like this, and we're just kind of pushing out like that. You know, we're not going straight. We're pushing out, kind of like at an angle, twisting them, kind of twisting them, and trying to get them to kind of like this, kind of land like that a little bit. You know, a little bit. But we don't want them to really kiss and bump on each other too much. That's not what we're looking for. For deuce 6. So we're still in it. We got a quad on the 6, guys. Still in to win it. Quad on the 6. Just rolling and rolling. Let's see here. Ah, there we go. I was wondering. You said 6'8". I'm thinking, well, 6'8". That doesn't sound right. That's a little bit tight. Now, if you were in it see, an 8'6" sounds more right. You know, you're gonna find, you know, in your practice sessions, and you know, if you're just beginning, you know, and you're really trying to get your feet on the ground, it's okay to throw for 2 hours. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I remember times where I got frustrated, and I should have walked away from my practice, but I didn't. And I threw for hours and hours and hours just to try to get it down. And that was when I was beating myself up against the head. I didn't have, you know, I didn't have an idea about the craps gold where, you know, we find out how the dice are rolling. You know, I wasn't at that point. I was, you know, hey, I'm going to use my 4165 or, you know, whatever dice set that, you know, I'm going with. You know, and I'd try to force myself to stick with that. And then, you know, I'd run into times, as you guys have, where it doesn't work. You know, and that was frustrating. The craps gold, though, that one to get turned. Okay, we got a 5 on that one. Still in it to win it. 4-1 on that one. You know, I was getting frustrated and things like that. And so then I'd go to other dice sets. That kind of thing. What did I say, 5 on that one? Okay, we're still doing it. We've only hit 1-8 on this, guys. 1-8. So, you know, I heard Bone Thrower. I'll get back to what we're talking about. I heard Bone Thrower the other day. Someone was mentioning something. He was responding in his video saying how, like the 6 and the 8, just because they're the most probable behind the 7 to come up, doesn't mean that they'll come up. Just because there's just because the 6 and the 8 are the most probable to come up, doesn't mean that they're going to come up all the time. I mean, so I've got 4 6s, 1 8, but I've got 4 10s and 2 4s. So it's not always like that, guys. Richard. Hey, Richard. Don't know if I said hello yet. Welcome. Do you prefer to hit the corners? I seem to do better when I do. Here lately I am actually. I seem to prefer that. Over the past month, couple weeks, I noticed, with throwing straight down, my dice just, I would notice they react a little bit different when I throw it straight down compared to, just a little bit like this. And I started really getting onto that, noticing that when I started throwing that stagger grip, because the stagger grip works really well. If this is your middle point, the stagger grip, I love to throw it just left of the stick, of the center, or just right of the center. Something about it, I don't know what it is, something about it, just from hours and hours of practice, it works well. And from that, that's when I started throwing, like the super grip, stagger grip, I throw it in the corner. Now, I'm careful with my premier grip. Like all the funny grips I throw, I like the corner. I like the corner. Now, when I throw the premier grip, I'm going to veer what the corner. I'm not so happy about the corner. I'm not so happy about it. Now, when I say the corner, I'm not meaning, throwing like into that mixing. I really prefer not to. Like you'll see me landing right here, but I'm not trying to hit it back here. I'm trying to land it over in this point. That's true. But a lot of times my dice will hit, they'll land and they'll hit over in here and not in there. And then other times it's okay for them to hit the mixing bowl because I'm using a dice set where it's going to break them up real good. And you know how I feel about the dice sets. I'm all about the all sevens and off sevens, half sevens, where you throw those and you ride the wire, and let the table and the back wall. Important to hit the back wall though. It's important to hit the back wall. With all these throws I show, it's important to hit the back wall. Okay, all these throws are geared to hit the back wall. If we don't hit the back wall, we will 7 out earlier than we like to. So right now I am preferring it. It's all kind of water for me. I will go with whatever's working. I mean, you'll notice that, and I'll tell you over and over, whatever's working, I'm going to use that. I won't go against the grain like I used to. I will go with whatever's working for me. And if that's working, so my point is if that's working for you, keep on doing it, Richard. I mean, that's what it's about. The books might say don't shoot into the the bowl or whatever, but if you shoot into the bowl, that's making you money. That's what you keep doing. You know what I mean? And screw it. If it doesn't work for other people, whatever. But that's what we're about. Because dice control, I think, is on an individual basis. There's a whole, there's like a whole of it. Where we're all like we're in there, but we all have a like certain individuality that maybe there's people out there that they didn't like the Dominator, the thumb halfway down, because it didn't work for them. Maybe they're feeling the Dangerous Arm thumb all the way down. It's just little intricacies like that. I didn't have anyone to tell me about that. I had to practice and finally figure that out. I used to never could hold the dice like this, guys. I mean, it took months and months to even be able to hold the dice like that. And it was frustrating, so I had to learn all these other grips. Do you hit 3-4 casinos a day, hit and run, and do that one? No. Hey, is that Color Up? Hey, Color Up. There he goes. Good to see you, buddy. Man, you got some awesome thumbnails. I'll tell you what, man. You do a great job on that, man. I'll tell you what. You really do. Thank you, though. Appreciate that, Color Up. Big shout out to Color Up. Appreciate that. So, yeah. So, that's what we do, though, man. That's what we do. On that, everyone is different. We all have a certain, piece of this puzzle of the dice control. But each one of us is different. We all can't just come out and use the all 7. Maybe it doesn't work for some of us. I can't remember, and I apologize that my memory, because I'm flowing right here. Was it Richard? And I apologize. Whoever was saying that they used the hard way set. Whoever was saying they use the hard way and they like that, and they said that they hit a lot of hard ways. That's good. That's good. I started with the hard way. Some people, the Dominator talks about the hard way set. And he says that, and I'll never knock the Dominator. I already showed you guys how I feel about the Dom. That's where I started, guys. I already told you about that, those books. I'm not getting paid or anything, and I'm just telling you this is where I started, okay? Golden Touch, Dice Control Revolution, Cutting Edge Craps. Frank Scobletti, love those guys. Love the stories. But so I'm not getting paid or anything. But they mention things in the book where you don't have to do what's in the book to make your monies. You see what I mean? We don't have to do that. Dominator feels strongly about, and this is perfectly fine. He feels strong about using a hardway set, especially for a beginner. And for some time, he says, and even experts will still use the hardway, which is very true. Yeah, Raymond, absolutely, absolutely. If anything, for sure, 100%, 100%, get this one. 100%. This is just a good, it's just a really good book for your foundational stuff. It's a good book for your foundational stuff. I mean, it really is. It's got some older school pictures of Dominator in there. Let's see if we can. Got the Dom in there, and he's got some other people. But yeah, I would certainly recommend these books. Those guys. This one, at least this one, Golden Touch, Dice Control Revolution. Because it's kind of, I used to consider it my Dice Control Bible, so to speak. But then obviously I'm well past the book. But I remember he put a video out about 8 months ago, Hard Way or Other Way, and he was mentioning how guys online. I don't know if he was talking about me and Bone Thrower. It doesn't matter. We're all hard as shit on throwing the dice. That. Excuse my language, but he said that the hard way is the way to go, and it might be easier for some people to do the hard way. My fingers for a long time would double pitch. So yeah, to answer your question, Raymond, yeah, I would recommend the first one, Golden Touch, Dice Control Revolution. Right there, it's winning at craps using a controlled throw. I had to get it because people were saying it wasn't true. So, and I tend to go the opposite way of what the crowd says. That's why we're here. But he suggests going with the hard way over like 3Vs and all this kind of thing, right? Well, that's fine, and I do use the hard way. I don't like the hard way set myself. I don't. Although I started with it and I've thrown in the 60s with it, 65, 68, that kind of thing. But now I solely use the hard way as a tool to learn what my dice are doing. Because if I set up a 4165 dice set, I'm going to have to think, more when I'm in the casino, when I don't want to think more, and how my dice are reacting compared to looking at the dice, and go, oh, okay, are they flopping like that, going out where I'm 6-1? Make an easy adjustment there. Just turn one over, roll a 6-5. That's an easy adjustment. Or are they double pitching? Is one doubling? If it double pitches, no problem. We can either roll our off 7 set. See, it's an off 7. See, right there, because just that one dice needs a spin. And then we'll go into an all 7 right there. So that's what I call my off 7. Or you could use, with that double pitch, I've also shown using, since it doubled, we'll just go 1. We'll go 1, and we'll write it out, 5, 4, 3, 5, like that, see? See that 7 in there hiding? That 4, 3 still hiding in there. It's no sweat, though. You're very welcome, Raymond. Hey, Joseph. Hey. What's your take on small and tall or the fire bet? Well, to be honest, it's going to sound funny. I don't get into the small or tall too much. The fire bet, I might throw something out there here and there, a dollar or two, whatever. But that's why here I'm a real hard-nosed liner about focus on what I need to do. And when I go into the casino, what I want to do is roll the dice and make my money. I try to stick with methods in my training that's going to use the least amount of brain power as possible. So I don't want to do sophisticated betting systems and all that crap where I've got to really think, because I don't want to do that, because now I'm distracting from what I really want to do. I'm a dice controller. Whether people want to believe that or not, this shit's real. So that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on making sure my hands are tight, however I'm setting the dice up, whether it's the super grip, making sure the dice are all the way flat together, tight together, my hands tight, fingers back touching. This finger up here is keeping everything tight. See, if I drop it, everything would just be like that. You know, that's what I'm focusing on. Yeah, so the betting systems, my betting, I go 90% relying on dice control, 10% on the betting system is how I roll. You know, I'm real simple, so I don't really get into the small, tall too much. You know, I put my money on the numbers, do the pass line bet, try to get my money and get the hell out of there. I thought about venturing and things like that, but hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Now, what I will do, I will bet on the crapper bets. Like if I throw a Yo 11 or a 2 or any of those crappers, you know, crapper numbers, I'll bet a horn bet. I will throw a horn bet because it seems like this is what we say, know your role. I'll throw 80% back. I'll throw 80% of the time that a horn bet after I've thrown a horn for some reason. That's how I got. Okay, Blunt. I was reading an old bookstore. My wife hangs out. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's nice. Found out it was real, huh, Blunt? Blunt trauma. Found out it was real. Right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with it. To each his own. To each his own. I like to not think so much when I'm at the table myself. You know, but if you have it locked in, I don't have it locked in where I've been practicing, you know, those methods and, you know, betting strategies at the house. You know, I try to go with, you know, just be automatic. What I'm practicing, you know, if I was going to change something, I would, before I do it in the casino, I want to make sure that, you know, it's automatic at the house first. Let's see, Richard, I agree. Don't make it too complicated. KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. That's right, D. See a horn, bet a horn. That's exactly right. That's right, Joseph. So it's been long. Let's go ahead and throw another one out here. It's been a while. We'll go ahead and maybe we'll see here. What the hell was my dice set? It's been so long. Oh, there we go. 5, 6, 6, 2 dice set. That's what we're using. Okay, well, and we got a 10. Got another point. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, it's just funny. So that's 5 10s now, guys. 5 10s. Hey, we might make it to 30 on this thing. Shit. No one would want to watch it because you'd have to watch for an hour and a half to see a 30 piece. Oh, man. So that's our third point, guys. Third point. I don't even know where we're at on that, man. Gee, money, Christmas. It's funny. Am I giving it a little snap? Yeah, I'm actually, just a little. Good point. Good, yeah, just a little one. Just a little one. And I'm going to do another video where I can show you this throw because I know I've showed you a bunch of throws I really like, but I like, I mean, this throw, I sat there and hammered a 38, and I was like, okay, whatever. I came back, and I hammered 24 and 24. I was like, bullshit. So the next day I came back and was hammering it. I'm like, really? So just the super grip is a little bit different to adjust your dice. I will say on record that the super grip is verifiably a little more difficult to adjust your dice. But once you know how to adjust them, you'll be really good because they only fly one way. You know, like when mine are flying through the air, I don't want mine to turn over to the, you know, do that stuff. And you'll catch them sometimes when I throw, like my fingers aren't super tight and I keep it super tight, the dice won't stay tight in the air. I want them to stay like this, locked in the air as much as possible. I don't want to see one break off then start that spinning shit. No, 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 no. That's what you want to stay away from. So yes, I am giving just a little bit, just a little. I won't say a snap, more like a little flip, just more like a little flip, just a light thing. If you can throw the camera angle to top of throw or release point, okay. If you can I'll throw with the camera angle to the top. Oh, okay. I see. I will. Color up. Well, good luck and thanks. Oh, hey, thank you, Color Up. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know I'm stalling out, just kind of throwing, man. I don't know. You know, we're just having fun here. Appreciate it, Color Up. Come back. We'll be back on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'll let you guys know an hour ahead. Appreciate it. Good seeing you though, buddy. Good seeing you, man. I love those thumbnails, man. He's got really good. I mean, the quality of his. I mean, see, I'd like to have color ups quality on some of his things. I know we got HD right here, but he does really good thumbnails, man. I mean, I really appreciate that because I know the effort that goes into that. So I definitely want to give a good holler out on that to Color Up. That's a good job on that. Very good job. What set would you try to throw a yo? Well, actually, I notice when I'm throwing, it depends how your roll is. If you're rolling tight, you know I use a super grip, you can use like this one here. You can use that one here. That one there. And with you keeping them tight, when they land, remember you want to fly tight. And with keeping them tight, they're gonna hit that yo in there. You know, I'm not one to sit and go, well, hey, I'm gonna hit a yo. It just kind of really happens, you know. It kind of really happens. You know, in some dice sets, you know, when you're throwing tight, like that one there, if I'm throwing with that dice set, especially if I turn it over, one of the dice. A lot of the times, whichever way I'll throw, rather, will stay on the top. One seems to always stay planted, you know, on the top. So, you know, study that. You know, you'll be able to adjust. It's a little bit of work, but don't be lazy. It's worth it. It's okay. I'm not calling anyone lazy. I'm just saying I'm lazy because there's things I can do and I'm doing now to, you know, improve my game, like with the dice adjustments. I knew that there was something there, and I avoided it, and I tried to stick with, no, I'm going to stay with this dice set. I'm going to stick with it. So I finally got unlazy, and so here's where we're at. But I would use, like if you're using a Premier grip, 62-62. 62-62 Premier grip, if you're using that one. Super grip or staggered, I'd use like that, or flip them like this. You know, do like that. See how we got them here? Do like that. It's also good to know that, like, say if I'm setting it up with the yo is on the top, and if you're throwing it, you know your dice are staying tight, and your yo is on the bottom when you come in. Like, say you're bringing in, you're like throwing a 5-1-6. Well, that means your yo is on the bottom. At least it's there. Flip your dice over and start throwing from the other way, you know, with the 2-1 on top. So that way, your yo will start showing up. Just little things like that, guys. I mean, really, this is where it's at. I mean, I know it might be a little difficult for the beginner, but that's where we got to get to, and that's what's really going to affect your game in a positive way. Yes, he does. Absolutely, Loss. Color Up, you said if he would throw the 3-roll, you would bet 390 Iron Cross. What is in the bet, bro? What is that bet broke down? Huh? I'm trying to 5-6, 6-5 yos. I don't understand that one. Here's our 1 roll after 5 minutes again. Oh, we already had it. That's a come out roll, isn't it? That's a come out. Oops. That's a 6, 4 deuce, 6. So we got 5 on the 6s now. 5 6s now, guys. Just kind of rolling along here. And we'll probably finish this roll up and get on out of here. Don't want to take too much of you guys' time. Appreciate you showing up. I really like to get on twice a week, but you know it takes a lot of energy, you know. And then I'm doing news also, so another thing I'm working on with news, a little bit controversial, you know. Can you go over the sets, Robert? Can you go over the sets that are good when I'm double pitching? Sorry, okay, no worries. If you're double pitching, if you're using the hard way, we'll just use that because that's easier to go off of here. If you're using the hard way set, if one of your dice is pitching, let's say if you're at your house, you guys remember these dice. People were hating on me for them, but you remember these right here, local casino dice. And they are a little bit bigger than these dice here that I'm showing you. But suggestion is get you either some red and blue dice, okay? And use either your red or the blue, whichever finger you use then, whether it be so let's say we had green, so use say the blue on the left, the green on the right, and always throw like that. That way you can see what your dice are doing. I did that for months and months and months and months and months and months to find out what my dice were doing. So you can see how they're reacting, and then you can actually, it's a little easier at that point starting off. You can see which dice is double pitching. But that being said, if you're double pitching when you're rolling, okay, let me see, make sure. If you're double pitching, what you could do, you could set your dice just one back. You can bring the dice one back, like that. So you have a 5-3, 4-5, like that. That's how it would look all the way around. Or, see, and it's important because, you know, if your dice pitch forward twice, this is what I mean. Knowing your dice, because they can be pitching backward. They can come back, pitch backward, or they can pitch forward. That's key to know, because if they're pitching forward, okay, then you're doubling out, right? You're getting a double out, 7 out, because it's a double pitch. If they're pitching forward, and you don't know that they're pitching forward, and you make an adjustment, counter what, you know, you can make an adjustment and go the wrong way with your adjustments, what I'm saying. A lot of the times when I'm pitching, when I get a double pitch, it'll do like this, come back like that. So what I'll do is I'll go one back along with it. I'll go one back with it like that. So it's just important. But you could use that 5-4-3-5. You can use the 1/2-7 for that as well, the 1/2-7. And if you're double pitching on the top, that's good, because you already have a 7. You already have a 7, no worries there. 8. See, that's what I call the 1/2-7. So you've got 6s and 8s, which is good. You've got all 3 numbers which come up the most. And you're going to ride the 7, but your dice should break off of the 7, you know, if you're double pitching. So those are just a couple. I won't tell you to use the off 7, because if you use that off 7, you really got to know what you're doing on that one, you know, with your money on the line, because all the dice have to do is just roll one time. You know, one time, one way. You know, and you're going to be 7 and out. So that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and roll these dice again. We're using a 6-5, 2-6, and we're going to release, hold on, 5-6, 6-2. Okay, can you go over it? All right. Hey, you're welcome, Richard. No problem. No problem. Appreciate that, Mr. Robert. Hey, thanks, Yodes. Appreciate that. We're going to be getting off here soon. But I never, you know, it's hard for me to always get off, man, because I just want to keep rapping with you. You know? Shoot. Okay, we got a 4-1-5. 4-1-5. Now, I don't know if you've seen how that went. It hit down there and it went, psh, you just stopped them. You know, the 4 stayed right there and the other one spit out. But it was like spinning. You know, it spun out on that. 4-1-5. So we're just using this dice set. This is all from the adjustment, guys. Like I said earlier, this is from the adjustment we made earlier. What's our point? 6. That's funky. Roll out 6. There we go. Roll out 6. I thought that was it. Normally those rollouts, you're done. But so that's our 4th point, guys. That's our 4th point right there, and our 6th, number 6. 6, number 6. What we got here? Hey, you're welcome, Robert. Welcome, D. Hey, appreciate that, Rasta. Well, you know, we're gonna rock it out. We'll see about this 7. You know, I hate hitting 7s, and we'll go ahead and rock out. We'll just keep showing you what this new throw is right here. But I will be releasing the next throw right after I get off. Get ready for it. We're gonna drop it. It might take. I think it's a. I want to say it's a 2-parter, because the first part I was just like, you know, whatever, you know, conclude it, this kind of thing. I think, so I have 2 of them on my phone. You know, I'm not sure. One of them's a double part, you know, another little 20 roll or whatever. Okay, we got a 2. Oh, we're on the come out. Forgot about that. Man, I don't even know where I'm at, guys. First thing, I want a come out roll on a 2. 2 now. See a horn, bet a horn. That's where we'd bet our horn right there, guys. And if you just give me a second, I'm gonna go ahead and gotta get it in. back pain and things like that. But look, don't wear out your welcome. They do have cameras at the casino. And I assure you, the next live stream we're going to get back into. So I really want to drill down into hitting, landing the dice wherever you want to land them. Land them wherever you want to land them. But wherever you're landing them, like if you're a consistent roller, we got to work on that because we got to move the dice. Because I assure you, just think about it. If you're in a casino, think about what they see every time they're in there. They see shitty rolls. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You got to get it in. These people see shitty rolls all day, right? They see shitty rolls. They see dice flying everywhere. They see people trying to hit the same spot each time, but they're not hitting like a little circle. You know what I mean? Like where it's, where it's like going in to something like this area right here, each time, each and every time. You're doing that. You gotta sit back and think about that, man, because they're catching you. I'm just, not to be paranoid. I'm just telling you something. A lot of guys have messed up out there, man. It's just you don't want to get real good at something like this, man, and be one of the few people, one of the small percentage of people who can control out here, because there's only, truthfully, in my opinion, probably 5%, real rollers out here. Okay, we got a 415. Real rollers out here. And so you're going to recognize when you see these people in the casino. Okay, we got a 5 there. It just occurred to me the other week, when I was rolling, I'm like, thinking, damn, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what he considers blunt trauma. Well, you gotta take care of the back and things like that. A couple car accidents and things. You gotta, medicinal purposes. That's just strictly medicinal. Actually really does help me medicinally. So, where was I at? Yeah, so that's the thing, though, is you got to understand, you got to actually, step out of your shoes, okay? Because once you get good at this, you are now entering a level where you're kind of like a hacker. This isn't in the books, but this is just my opinion, because you're like a well-skilled hacker. You know that you can place the dice wherever you want. I can put these dice wherever I want, Snoop Dogg, whatever. Hey, oh, hey, we like to have fun. So, if you can nail the dice, in here, in a little small radius every time, same spot, the middle every time, the corner every time, and even if you're moving the dice around, you want to be nonchalant about moving them around. Just kind of, just kind of nonchalant. Just trying to play it off a little bit. Let's not, let them, know we know what we're doing so much. Might be it. 5, 4, 1, 5. Cadillac. Hey, is that a fire bet? Is that the 5-point fire bet on the live stream? Hold on now. Is that the 5-point fire bet? Live stream. 5-point. 5-point. Live stream. Woo! Totally vulnerable. Woo! Kiddos. Well. Looks like we had a treat this evening. Well. That's exciting. Shit. Could I possibly throw the 8? I've only thrown 1 8, man. I've only thrown 1 fucking 8. I've thrown 1 8, man. I've thrown 1 8 after all this shit. 1 8. Ross, I have to teach myself to hit different spots. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You haven't seen any of my older videos. Well, one of my newer ones, guys, I've got 2 videos. And I do like to see a couple views on the videos, though, because I can tell if you guys are feeling it or not. I do, I can gauge that. We have a certain amount of views we get on a regular basis. We don't get to thousands and billions and all that like we probably should, but that's okay, because I'm giving you guys some really underground information that I really don't want some of this stuff to get out anyway. So it's okay. There's only a couple of us. This is positive. But some older videos are, I use this. I showed you using this, dialed it in, one of my very first videos, and I still use this. I did a video, it's about half an hour long, and I show you from A to Z what I do. No shit, no cuts, no edits, no nothing. I go down here, take the cup, boom. I put it down here. I take the super grip. Actually, I'm using... Oh, hey, Rocco. Yo, yo, yo. Good you showed up. We only been here all day. Where you been? I'm joking. We just hit a 5-point fire bet after an hour of rolling. I wasn't rolling an hour straight. I've been talking and gabbing in between, whatever. But yeah, I was using a stagger grip. And throwing, throwing down into the cup, down in there. And so I show that, what I'm doing there, throwing in the cup, then I move it to the middle, throw a couple land and throw over there. Then after that, we pull the cup back. Like I said, this is a video from A to Z. We pull the cup back. Then, excuse me, I go into the Dangerous Arm Craps Gold, where we start off with the hard way. Then we throw down there to figure out what our, hey, appreciate you coming on, Rocco. Appreciate that. We're trying to give an hour notice, before we go live, and I try to tell myself I'm only going to go an hour, but it never works. I tend to always get around 2 hours for some reason. I did not know they care, but it makes sense because you always watch me. What, Robert? I did not know they care, but... Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, Robert, if you're... Let me ask you this real quick, Robert. Are you Can you throw when you're throwing in the casino? Are you landing in the same spot pretty much every time? Where they can see that you're doing that and that you can do that over and over. I'm just wondering on that. Or just stall out here my computer, see if we can get an answer here. Most of the time, yeah. See, they notice that. We gotta. It's like I was telling my wife. We get in the zone. So I'm just gonna say it's as humble as possible here. I'm not. I'm not like eating a bag of chips. Although I do consider myself one of the best fucking dice controls on the planet. Yeah, I said it, and I mean it. That's it. I do consider myself one of the best fucking controls on the planet. I said it, and I mean it. Just had to put it out there so it's official. Okay. So with that being said, I don't think I'm like hot shit or nothing like that. I try to be as humble as possible. That was one of the best pieces of advice Scobletti I got from Scobletti is not thinking that you're better than you are, because it's important to know how good you are. With that being said, you're going to have to tell yourself, you're going to have to be able to gauge your own self. It's not like, I don't have people around me telling me, because I'm real secretive, I'm not going to, I don't want people to really know. You know what I mean? People start acting funny. Well, you control the dice, all that kind of shit. So, it's a high level skill to be able to walk in a casino to make money. That's why I don't show my face or nothing. It's an important thing to do. I'm gonna keep it real, definitely. Where's my point? Fuck's my point. Yeah, you gotta be able to gauge yourself, because you gotta know. Like, I was rolling, and I was hitting. I was actually throwing the stagger grip, and I was hitting in the corner, and I kept hitting that same spot over and over. And I said, well, shit, let me move it over. Boom, 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 just like in that video I showed. And I was like, let me move it over. Boom, 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 and I'm hitting the same spot over and over. And then I had to stop. I said, you know what? Took a smoke break. I said, you know what? I wonder how that looks to the casinos when I'm sitting there hitting the same spot over and over. And if I'm the casino people seeing people 7 out over and over, like point out, 3 out, 4 out, just real quick shit. Not even hitting 6 and out the average, That's just the average. It doesn't mean you're going to 6 and out, That's just whatever the average they say. They're going to you got to be able to step out of your shoes and realize that if you've been looking at yourself rolling, like I'm looking at myself rolling, I'm looking at Bone Thrower rolling, I'm looking at some good rolling. I'm just saying that humbly speaking. So when I go to the casino, I see some bad rolling. You know what I mean? So imagine if I recognize that hard and it hits me in the face, that means when I'm rolling, it's hitting them in the face, because they're used to seeing bad rolling. Now they're seeing some real shit. They're like, whoa, hold on, this dude's hitting numbers after number, like, you know what I mean? Like you're doubling up on numbers, you're tripling on numbers and shit. You're not 7. you're staying, you know, away from the 7, but you're, you know, landing in the same spot, and then the dice just seem to have the same similar rollout. Don't think they're not paying attention to that, guys. You can't get so caught up in our own roles that we're not recognizing, you know, our skill is showing. Because we get in the zone and we're not paying attention to, you know, it's too much for us to do. We're in the zone throwing. We're there to make our money. We're working. So we're not going to be thinking about or caring about if the casino, you know, Kiss My Ass Casino was seeing me land in the same spot. But you're going to have to. You're going to have to as you get consistent. Because they're going to recognize that you're an advantaged player. And you don't want to be labeled that. Because then they're going to sweat you. Then they're going to start fucking with your monies. You know, start messing with you. And don't use that punk ass card. Screw that card. Never use that card, man. Sorry about that little rant there. If there is a way to tell if your dice are squared to the back wall when you have it in your hands. Well, yeah. I mean, you could do like that. You know, some people, like, I've seen people at the casino set them up like they'll have it like this, and they're at like stick 1. See, this is hard for me. I'm all the way back, you know, setting this up. I'm not at, see, if I'm standing at the side, I can't, my wrist won't do that. But I see people at the casino, they can do that shit where it's perfectly, see, they're lined up. You know, they're square, like I'll square it up against the thing here. See, I just squared it up and I pulled them back. They're perfectly square. I couldn't do that. You know, that's why I use little angles when you see me throw. And a lot of times, see, I don't have a book throw with my my Premier grip, because you'll see times where I'm flat like that, or they'll be tilted kind of towards me a little bit. But when I release, they always come back even. They always even out. That's just the way my shoulder and everything works, you know. That's why everyone's different. You know, little intricacies and differences in, you know, body structures and physicalities, things like that, anatomies. Oh, okay, thanks for that. Hey, absolutely, Ross. You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, when you are tossing motion. Oh, okay. So hold on here. Let me scroll up. Come on, this thing here, computer. If there a way to tell if your dice are square to the back wall when you have. Oh, okay. Well, that's just practicing. You know, like watching your release. If you could, this is why I originally started videotaping. Was to watch the playback of my follow throughs. You know, I'd videotape, you know, my follow through of my hand. Like if you see the my one video up on our site, there it says 90%. It says on the side I'm wearing black and showing me there. You know, whatever, wearing the face mask and the hat, whatever, and saying that 90% of your throw is in your grip and, you know, your follow through. And I'm showing, like, you can see my hands down there, you know, showing how your hands, you know, that's a key thing, is like your follow throws, these hands, you know, you don't want that, like when you release, you don't want that, like that. You want your hands, you see what I mean? I hope that came through right. Yeah, so when you, that's what, you know, you got to work that follow through, just work it, you know, just keep working it, and over time, you're focusing on your hand, you know, because you're going to be throwing. You know, there's several parts to dice control. You know, I don't claim to know everything. You know, there's the part where you set it up, you know, your grip. You know, that's what I sit there and think about to this day. Every time I grab the dice, that's what I focus on. That's how I go into the zone. I don't think about anything else. But for a long time, I thought about follow through, follow through, follow through, follow through. And that might be what you need to focus on for your game, is your follow through part. Just, you know, work on that. Like when you're throwing, concentrate on that follow through. Make sure that when you release, you know, those hands, you know, you're releasing those hands straight out. You know, you're releasing them straight out, and they're not opening up, because you don't want them opening up like that. So it means your dice are doing all kinds of stuff. You want them straight, you know. So if you're releasing, they come out, you know, like that. So really, you know, focus on that. Then, you know, then it'll be the breakdown of what height. You know, what level of height do you want to release your arm at? You know, how high? You know, that kind of thing. The Dominator always said you want to look like a Heisman Trophy, the Heisman Trophy thing. So that's what I always used to go on. Robert, you just keep double pitching? Well, we'll just get away from that. I mean, if you stick with the hard way set, that's going to happen. That's a part of it. You know, the double pitch is a part of the hard way. And when it, you know, they come in, they'll come in on each other. So you'll have this deal, you'll have the one that'll come in like that. So you'll 6-1 out. A double pitch, just go ahead and flop those dice if they're pitching forward like that. If one's pitching forward, maybe follow that same way. Go 1 like that. So if you're double pitching, and if it's your left or right dice, whichever one, if it's pitching forward, left or right, pitching twice. So that will give you the 7 out. Just try going forward 1 time, with your dice. Start working it like that. Then start, seeing what you're doing there. Now remember, don't get frustrated. When you make your adjustment is only for the money. Believe me, the big rolls will come. It's not, myself, I don't go into like rolling thinking I'm going to roll a big roll. I've made videos where I say I'm going to throw 20, use all 7 and throw 20 real quick, and that was fantastic. I mean, that really was a great feat, 5 minutes, whatever it was. But I typically know you don't go in like, hey, I'm going to roll big and do that, because it doesn't work that way. You got to be focused on the mechanics of the throw. And if you're focusing on the mechanics of the throw, you're going to have a good throw. You want to build that foundation up. Build the foundation, no problem. You're doubling. If it doubles forward, again, go forward 1. No biggie. Oh, yeah, man. Cut that card, man. Throw that. Burn that thing up, man. Whatever with that card. Glue 2 dice together. If they spin true, you're square. This is true. Good job on that, Blunt Trauma. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know why chat disconnected. Oh, boy. Hang on here. We got another disconnect. We got to reconnect. Son of a biscuit. Okay, so I think we're still in a come-out roll here, guys. I know it's still working here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We made it back up to 23. It was getting skinny for a minute, but we kept talking and rolling, so we got more people back. Welcome, everyone. We're just rolling. We hit a 5-point fire bet. We're trying to get off here. I never can get off. I enjoy myself too much talking to you guys. Okay, it looks like we're updated now. Let's see. I'm online. Come on here. Should be updating. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and roll here because I know my phone's still rolling, and I can look back at my phone. I'd rather look here, though, to be honest. Come on, let's get an update here. We'll just refresh this guy. I seen something you said something about playing the slots the card. Sorry, it scrolled real quick. Darn it. Computer connection. Yeah, I'm using a phone on this connection. That's why, yeah, phone, punk ass phone, man, damn it. It's wanting to act up. Oh, you're welcome, Robert. Why do I talk like Batman? What do you mean when I say dangerous arm like that? Well, to be honest, I don't know, man. I was cracking myself up the other day. I was watching a video where it was one of the videos. I think I released it. I ended up getting real excited. And if you've been following for a while now, you can tell when I get excited. I start calling the numbers out different and stuff like that. And then that last one, I got really excited. It actually was a 30 roll. It was actually a 30 roll, but because I rolled a 30, or I rolled a back-to-back 5 to begin with. I don't know why the hell this computer's doing this. You son of a bitch. It's not letting me, oh, here, let's go like this. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're connected again. All right, we might be back. All right, Batman, Dangerous Arm. We might be back. Okay, we're back. All right, let me see here. Okay, it's updating. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, well. This phone particularly, when it's charged up, it wants to keep cutting off. That's what I'm noticing. I want to act like a pain. So anyway, whatever with this bullshit, man. Damn thing. Yeah, well, and this one, fuck it. All right, we're just going to get back to it, man. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to chat with you guys with this damn son of a gun. It's trying to update, but this phone, my phone, I'd plug it up to it, but it won't do right, man. Shit. This is what we go through over here, guys. What we do. That's what we do. So I don't know where I was at. I was trying to get this damn thing going so I could see you guys chatting. That's where I was at. Sorry. It's this thing. We'll see if it stays on. It's on right now. We'll see. For now, I'm going to look at my phone, though. The last thing I seen on here was why do you talk like Batman? So I know I might have missed something. Apologize, guys. So we're still on a come out roll. We've only hit 1-8 on this one. We've hit 1-8. Now remember, this roll, in case if you guys just came in, is from the Craps Gold. Craps Gold, and if you don't know what Craps Gold is, you're going to find out real quick because that's all I'm going to keep talking about. Okay? Because it's going to push you guys to a winning level you never would have thought you could do. Well, all it needs to do is update because it's staying online here. It's trying to update. Hold on here. It's trying. It's trying. It might be updated. Maybe. Oh, you fucker. Alright. You son of a bitch. It's playing the Tiddlywink game on me. So anyway, we're going to smoke break this. Chat disconnected. Son of a bitch. That really sucks, man. Because, you know, I like interacting with you guys, man. That's why we got to get the phone going. I mean, but anyway. So, but if you just joined us, we hit a 5-point fire bet. Hit a 5-point. We got to be deep in the 20s by now. I have no idea. We've only rolled 1-8. 1-8. So anyone that thinks that, you know, you just want to be up on a 6 and 8, and that's just going to come in, it's not like that. You know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work like that. Okay? I'm just putting it out there. My computer's acting up. The phone's being a dud right now, a trucker. So we're just gonna have to rock it this way, guys. I'll roll the dice and I'll come back and I'll look at the phone. Hopefully I can catch it. But I apologize that it went out though, man. I'll have it fixed up a little bit better next time. So we're still on the come out roll here. Damn it. We can't throw an 8 to save our life. We cannot throw an 8 to save our life, man. Not a 1. Not a 1, but we can throw the shit out of them 5s, though, buddy. When you throw the super grip, do you release the dice at 45-degree parallel wall? I want to give it a shot. Come on, don't do it, phone. All right, there we go. Can you throw a 4-1-2-1 set? Hell yes. Yeah, funny. Yeah. Whatever. Hey, you know, I'm out here, you know, talking and rolling. Got to keep my back loosened up while I'm rolling. So what did we roll? 5. That's our new point. So we won an 8. We didn't get an 8. 45-degree angle. Let me see. I think. Well, you know, my arm is actually kind of going at a 45-degree angle a little bit. Actually, it actually is doing a kind of 45-degree angle. My arm is, and with the dice, they're actually. The dice, instead of like this, let me see if I can do this right. I'm actually like getting them, like I want them to fly tight in the air, but actually out of my hand. Let me see if I can get this right in the camera. Instead of straight, I'm shooting at the corner and I'm kind of releasing. You know, it's kind of like that. You know, like I'm flipping. You know, like I'm going like this. And see how like that? I'm doing like that, and then that they'll come out of my hand, like you see right there. Then with that action, they'll actually turn over. It'll actually, with that action like that, they'll actually turn over and go into the corner, like that. All right. So where we at? Okay. So we got a 5 now. 8. Ain't that a bitch? Throw the 8 now, some bitch. Shit. You're right. You're right. Glad you guys had a chance to see that bull crap, man. Are you kidding me? I won the 8 on the come out roll. Are you kidding? What is this crap? Come on. Hey. Well, I'd like to add that, man. Got the full damn boat, maybe. Don't bogart. Yeah, hey. Puff, puff, pass. Oh, you want to see what I get if I throw a 4-1-2-1? See if it is a 7? Ah, like see if I 7 out if I do that? I see, I see. Or, oh, you mean 8. I see. Yeah, it's kind of like a drop shot. Yeah, it's kind of like a drop shot. Absolutely. 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 And I'll do another video where you can see it a little bit better. I apologize. I've just got this low angle right here going. But that is how I am throwing them, holding it like that, and I'm releasing them, you know. So I guess if I do that slow-mo, you can kind of see. So I'm like this, my hand's like this, I'm shooting at the corner, and I'm like that. So like that. That's how I'm releasing right there, guys. And so after I release them, they go in the air and they turn. Like that. That's how they're doing. Alright, there we go. Finally out. I thought it was going to be an 8. I was going to be pissed. Woo! Whatever with that bullshit, man. Shit. 4-3. That was a little bit tough throw right there. Let's see what actually happened on that. So, we're using this one. So, what happened? Ah, you see what happened on that? Here's how I 7'd out. They opened up. They opened up on me. That's a rare out. That is a rare out right there for that way of throwing. Just to let you know. So, I could have been kept going. So, I ended up getting sloppy, obviously. That's okay. They just opened up on us. That's what we used right there. And that's how it happened. They opened up. Whoops. Hold on here. 5-6, 6-2, 6-2. Opened up on us. 7'd out. Let's give it a count now. See what we got. Nice little roll. Live stream. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. There we go, guys. 32 for you. Live stream. Took 2 hours to get it done. 2 hours to get the 32 done. But that's how we did it. And that was from an adjustment. You know, and I was just talking, whatever, you know what I mean? But that's that new throw, though, man. I love that new throw, guys. I mean, it's special. At some point, I really want to break these throws down because I keep giving you a lot of them. But I really like these super grips, you know, these drop shots. You know, when they get going, I mean, it'll really nail numbers. I mean, we had, and I'm looking at my phone now, so I'm not on this side, so I can see if you chat with me. Let's see, so I had 7 5s, 6 6s, 5 10s, a quad on the 9s, 2 4s, and 2 8s. Hey, see you next time, Mr. Yodes. Appreciate you showing. Hey, you're welcome. So throw a 4-1-2-1 just for me. I get an 8. So you get 8s. Okay, so 4-1. Which way? The way I was just throwing or the Premier grip? 4-1-2-1. Now, were you the Super grip, Stagger grip, Premier grip? Which one was that? Okay. Hey, you're welcome, Richard. You're welcome. I get aged. Oh, standard. Okay. All right. Let's just see. Just throw one, you say? Got 6, 4, deuce, 6, 4, deuce, 6. No, wait, but a 6. Oh, but you know what, though? Here we go. That's what we hit, but look what's on the top. There's your 8. There's your 8s. So it landed on 6 8s all the way around. That's the way it did on that one. Well, guys, hey, it was great. Yeah, oh yeah, it's great. Appreciate your time. Sorry if you guys came in late. Welcome lost. I lost my feed on the computer, so I'm unable to see and interact like I really want to. Next live feed, Robert, you're welcome. Count on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Just go ahead and put it on your calendar. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'll definitely, put me down for that. Tuesdays or Wednesdays evenings. Preferably after the news, like 7 o'clock. I mean, I missed couple of my shows here this evening, but this is a pretty important transmission. Rapping with you guys and stuff. But Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'd really, if I could, if I had the energy, I'd go Tuesdays and like Friday or Saturday, because I don't like to go into the casino on the weekends. Too many people. I'm not into all that stuff, man. I'm just not into that. You know, the casino to me is to make money so I can, you know, live the life how I want to live, and you know, man, I enjoy it here and there. You know what I mean? Hey, thanks, Robert. Appreciate that. Thanks, Lost. Hey, we didn't see Bone Thrower. Big shout to Bone Thrower. We didn't get him in. Hope everything's okay. He's probably killing them on the tables. If not, he's probably in his garage working it out. But excuse me. Like I said, that was a 32 we did for you guys. It was stretched out. That was the new throw we were using. Sorry if you guys are showing up late on the back end. We're getting ready to go. It's been a long stretch. We started off with a hardway set. Let's recap. Hardway, standard. We 7'd out after, I think we had 3. Some little week 3 or some shit, right? And then so what we did was we made an adjustment on that one. And, whoops. Because we were using the super grip like that. And we were actually turning it. When we were releasing, we're like that. Releasing like that, if you can see that. Excuse me. Thanks, Lost. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, Robert. Thanks for showing up. Thanks, guys. This is how we did it. Just like this. We weren't setting it straight. We were shooting from 9 foot out. Stick left 2. Bringing it out like that. And we're releasing like that. And we're kind of turning the wrist. Like that. So it turns it like that. Then as we release, they fly through the air. Then they do that. So they turn over. And it's a really strong shot, as you just seen. And I'm going to be releasing a video right after this, guys. It's just got to upload. Be looking for it. Let's see here. Me too. I'll post a link. Me shooting. If you want. Well, so you posted the link? Definitely. Shooting on one of BTC. So you're. Oh, okay. So one of his videos, you post a link. Can you post the link once this live stream finishes, Mr. Blunt Trauma? Can you post the link in the bottom, down at the bottom? That way I can get to it, check you out, see what it's looking like. I mean, you know, hey, if you guys have where you have a little short video or something, and you want me to check it out as well, free of charge. For now, I'm joking. We might take donations in the future, but I'm just saying it's okay. If you got a link, we'll check your link out. You know what I mean? Check you out and see what's up, because we can definitely, like I said, free of charge. I'm dead serious about that. Help if you maybe, want us to look at a role or something like that. I'll be glad to do it. Yeah, definitely. Please, appreciate that. And then we'll have a look at it, That's sweet. Did you roll a good one? Was it a good one? See, I want to call you BT too, because Blunt Trauma. That's an awesome name, man. I mean, it's kind of horrible, but it's very strong. Very strong. I like strong. But thanks for posting that, though. So where was I at? So yeah, we had the hardway set. Oh, nice. Good job. I can't wait to see it. Good job posting that. See, that's where I started, was actually doing the excuse me, the videos of my throws, because I wanted to be able to analyze my throws to see where the flaws were, because I'm really serious about this game. Like I said before, it's a sport, pretty much. Look at it as a sport, and I take my sports real serious. So just like the pro athletes go back and check the film, that's what I do, and that's what I suggest. Thank you, Raymond. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll give you our heads up. All you have to do is look for the smoke in the air. I'm joking. No, we'll see you next time, brother. Appreciate it. Throw another 4121 because I'm crazy. 4121. Okay, we'll go one more on that. 4121. 4121. 412. Okay. 4121. Okay. What is it saying here? That's okay. I mean, I like seeing throwing. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. That was a funky one, little sticker. 6 Cadillac point. 4 deuce. 4 deuce. You didn't think I was just cutting those videos, did you? Think I was shooting videos thinking I was shooting those doubles and triples just shitting you, did you? I really shoot like that, man. Silly. So there you go. We shot a Cadillac on that. I get excited, Cadillacs and stuff like that. That's why I start talking to Batman voice or whatever. But great shooting on that blunt trauma. Hey, you're welcome, Lost. You're welcome. So we got those books. Remember, I'm not, not affiliated with Dominaire or anything like that. And so we ended up changing to cap that off. We changed the 5454 to a 5.6 6 deuce, 5.6 6 deuce, and that's what we worked with. Ended up throwing a 32. Showed you what it is. Not many people want to do that, guys. Just showing the real deal. And it's great because, these videos, Dangerous Arm, I'm telling you, I might change it to Dangerous Arm Underground Craps, because it doesn't get the views. A lot of these videos don't. And that's okay. I'm okay. For a while there, I was getting pissed because Google was messing with me. And I know they are messing with me because I have friends and family that tell me that they do not get any of my alerts, things like that, which is frustrating. But it's okay in the sense that, some of the information that's getting out, I wouldn't want it to get out to all those people. You know what I mean? I'd rather keep it to a smaller group, and then we'll just be a well-oiled, trained group of hacker dice controller manipulators. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. That's what I say. I like it that way better anyway. I don't like the fluff. I like the stuff. You know what I mean? I don't like and I love the Russians. So don't get me wrong when I say this. It's kind of like the Russian gift, where you got the big box, you open it up, you got the smaller box, you open it up, you got the lower box, you open it up, you got the lower box, and you keep going and going. That's the people who have the fancy tables and can't roll. They've got the Russian gift, but there's nothing in the damn box. You're like, where's the damn gift? I keep getting the box. I'm down to a small ass box. Where the hell's the gift? And you get down, there's this little ass, little shit. You're like, damn, that's a lot of fluff. What the hell? Yes, it does get stored view for later. Hey, Roxanne. Hey, good to see you. Absolutely, absolutely. Good to see you, Roxanne. Sorry it's late. We've been rocking out for almost 2.5 hours. We're going to go ahead and roll. Again, you guys can go back, check this out. I know it's a little bit long, but I wanted to make sure we're going to be dropping one. It's a nice one where you're going to see Dangerous Arm exposed again. Me exposing myself to you. I think I rolled a little 3 like you said. You see me do here live. Whatever. Then I came back and rolled a whatever. Then came back, rolled a whatever. The whole point is when you use the Craps Gold system, method, strategy, meaning you roll the dice with the hard way, no matter what dice throw you're using. No matter if you're using this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. How about this one? Full hand. This one. It doesn't matter what you're using, okay? Start off with the hard way set. This is the Craps Gold strategy. You start off with the hard way set. You roll your dice. We see how the dice are rolling. Whichever way they're rolling, meaning however you 7 out, and you want to make sure when you 7 out that it's a good 7 out, a 7 out that would naturally happen, not because it was a fluke bad throw. Hey, you're welcome. You're very welcome. No problem. You're very welcome, Lost. Thanks, Roxanne. Appreciate that. Thank you. Spread the links, guys. Where was I at? So it doesn't matter what we use, you know, what way we throw the dice. What matters is how our dice seven out. And make sure that when you seven out, before you adjust in your practice sessions at your house, because you want to practice over and over, look at the way your dice seven out. You know, if they're pitching forward, you know, they're going forward, so your dice are moving forward, so now they're rolling into a seven like that. What you can do is you can go forward one click. Try that 5-4-4-2 out. Try it out. Go ahead and give that a shot, you know, if you're pitching that way. Now, if let's say that they're coming back two, not going forward, but they're coming back two into the seven out. Okay, well, roll it back one and try that one. 5-4-3-5. Try that one. And just work with that. See how it goes. Tell me what you think. I mean, and I think you're going to be really, really happy with that. Because after you make this dice adjustment, the money goes on the line. You're only looking for the standard bone thrower, dangerous arm, craps, 3 hits and out. Press them up hard. Whether you press it, say so, if we hit a 4, our point's 4. Okay, then we hit a 5. We'll press that 5 all the way on the 5, or you can press the 5 between the 5 and the 9, whatever you want to do. Say you hit an 8. Okay, do the same with the 8. Just repeat that. All you need is one more hit. One more hit. You hit the 10. Okay? You only want 3 rolls in the positive. And that's how you want to make your money. And you can do that over and over and over. For me, it works 9 out of 10, guys. And that's why I put that. I wouldn't put that on a video, how to win 9 out of 10 times, if I wasn't dead serious. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not obviously selling you nothing here. I'm not trying to make no money. I'm trying to help you to win your money. You know, and then once you get consistent, then we'll go from there, and we'll start talking about moving our dice around a little more, so we're not looking like we're controlling the dice to the casino. You know, because it's not just learning to control the dice. Then there's going to be other levels, so we can keep controlling the dice in the casino and keep making money. Hey guys, CK Dangerous Arm, appreciate your time. We'll see you next time, guys. Share the link. We're going to be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, guys. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's our days we're going to be live streaming. Appreciate you guys showing. Appreciate your kind words. Remember, roll those bones. Watch how they roll. If you're at your house, preferably, if you're new, get a couple different pair of dice that are colored. So you can have one different color on your left, different color on your right. That way you'll know which way your dice are moving around. Because when you first start off, it's going to be difficult to watch that. Hey, thanks. You have a good week too, Carlos. And Lost. Shakers. Shaker Assault. I like that. Nice. Hey, we'll see you guys. See you guys next time. CK Dangerous Arm Craps. You know what? As I always say, what was that dice set you said again? 4-2. We'll roll out to that dice set you told me. 4-2, 4-1. One more time. One more time for him. 4-2, 4-1 on the come out, on the roll out. 8. There's your 8, buddy. There's your 8. There's your 8. I hope you're still on there. I'm going to show you. You still on there? There goes your 8. CK Dangerous Arm Craps. Worked out swell, didn't it? Hey, you're welcome, buddy. Appreciate you showing up. We'll see you next time. Appreciate it, guys. Spread the links. We're dropping another one, an actual hit after this one. This is a live stream. We're actually dropping a regular video after this one. Check it out. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for viewing.